Hey everybody, welcome to Elizabeth Live here on the Two Sisters Writing and Publishing channel. I'm going live every night this week at 7 o'clock Eastern Time to share some inspiration, good news, and information that can help you live a better life. So today, it's Election Day 2020, the big day we've all been looking forward to. And I wanted to share some words of inspiration about race, diversity, inclusion, equality, justice, and human harmony. I believe that my life mission is to cultivate human harmony. I was born just before the insurrection in Detroit in 1967. My mother is African American, my father was white. And I view myself as a symbol of the unity that America is supposed to enjoy and celebrate. And all my life, I have witnessed love between people of all different backgrounds. And our parents instilled in us that beautiful, beautiful belief that we're all one, that we all deserve love, equality, justice, peace, harmony, equal rights. In fact, my mother is a retired judge and my father is a former Roman Catholic priest. So he was all about love in spirit, and my mother was all about literally justice as a judge. And then I proceeded to write and publish books dealing with race. And then Catherine and I created Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, our company that has published 25 books with several more on the way. And we've organically attracted authors who celebrate, exemplify the power of against the odds success in race, diversity, inclusion, equality, justice. The judges, the lawyers, the doctors, the surgeons, the executives, the entrepreneurs, the innovators who are the authors of Two Sisters Writing and Publishing all have messages that affirm, confirm, and celebrate what I'm speaking about this evening, which is that we should all continue to work on creating race, diversity, inclusion, equality, and justice for all in whatever realm where we are. And it all comes down to one thing. If you read my book, God's Answer is No, K-N-O-W, Lessons from a Spiritual Life, it's my memoir. And I talk about how spirit is our driving energy, our driving force. Spirit has no color. Spirit inhabits these physical bodies that come in different colors with different textures and shades and different features, none of which we have any control over what we're born into as a spirit. And therefore, I believe that the secret to human harmony is to relate to each other on a spiritual level, because our spirits, again, have no color. In one book that I wrote it with Billy D. Williams, who's just a brilliant genius, innovative, forward-thinking man. It's called Twilight. And of course, the word twilight symbolizes the colors between the dark and the day. So that's dusk and dawn. And it's like a cornucopia of colors that come as a result. See, here's twilight right here. But in the book, it takes place in Brazil. And we have a fictional island where all the people there are blind. So nobody can judge each other based on any physical characteristics. They can only judge each other based on and treat each other and love each other or dislike each other based on personality traits or behaviors. So if we really think about how we relate to people based on physical characteristics, and then think about, well, what if we only related to people based on the characteristics of their vibe, their energy, their good, their bad? If we took away the physical evaluation of each other and related to each other on a spiritual level as human beings who are all part of one collective consciousness that pulses with peace and love, imagine what a beautiful world we would have. Imagine that. We all have the power to create that. We all have the power to create that. It just starts with a consciousness about it. It also starts with a willingness to awaken that spiritual energy within. And the more you do that, the more you want to exude light and love toward every person, because you see every person as a mirror of yourself. Our parents showed us such a beautiful example of love that wasn't based on appearance, color, culture, background, religion, was based on the heart. I have this poem that I perform as a speaker, and it's called White Chocolate. And I say, we love with our hearts and our minds, not our skin, but how God made us within. And as a result, that's true. We love with our hearts. There have been studies that show that our hearts are just as powerful in our decision making, or even more so, than our minds. If you are ever troubled by a question and you don't know the answer, ask your heart. My meditation teacher, Dr. Rama, said that. He said, just ask your heart. It might seem a little silly at the beginning, but just ask. Instead of trying to go round and round in your brain, ask your heart, and you'll hear an answer. And that is the secret. Think with your heart. And when we all begin to think with our heart and view each other and celebrate each other on a spiritual level, we are all going to contribute in a positive and powerful way to the uplifting of all of humanity. This might sound kind of fluffy when you think about all the issues that are happening in the world, but it truly does come down to that, because the power of this spiritual connection can dissolve the negative energy. That's shadows. And when we shine our light, we dissipate the shadows. The shadows disappear. And the more of us who are shining our light of positivity, the more of us who can make a positive difference in the world. My meditation teachers say that this is the Great Awakening. And unfortunately, things like the coronavirus pandemic and all the other issues that society is dealing with right now are part of the Great Awakening, because they're forcing us to look at what isn't working in the world. It's drawing attention to it. And as a result, they say, I heard Louise Hayes say once, you have to look at the dirt in your house in order to clean it. So this is enabling us to look at all the dirt and identify the best ways to clean it and create a better world. And so the more of us who awaken to our spiritual power, the more of us who can play a powerful role as light workers, as people who cultivate harmony and justice for all. So this gets back to Two Sisters Writing and Publishing, because Catherine and I decided to create a virtual speakers agency where each of our speakers can provide empowering, inspiring, instructional trainings, speeches, talks that give companies, corporations, colleges, universities, organizations powerful steps, action steps to create change and to sustain that change in ways that cultivate harmony for all, equality, justice, fairness in the workplace, in education, in every realm. And so we're having a new website built where each of our 22 authors, I think 22, we might have 25 by now, our authors have their own page, including myself, including Catherine. Each have our own page showing our our picture, our books, our talking topics, and a bio and what our message is all about. So very, very, very excited to provide this thought shifting, mind shifting, company shifting information that can help people everywhere learn from our authors about how they, as lawyers, judges, executives, business owners, innovators, historians, have all provided this powerful messaging in their books that people can apply to create a better world. So one such example is Dr. Herman Williams. You might want to check out my book talks interview with him here on the channel. Dr. Herman Williams was ready to become an orthopedic surgeon when he dropped dead of cardiac arrest at age 31. He exemplifies so many of the things I'm talking about right now, because unfortunately, the traumatic health crisis that he experienced forced him to reinvent himself, and he became a hospital executive. But in the course of that, he created something called the kindness scale, which is all about committing to daily acts of kindness that range from something as simple as a smile to something as life-changing as donating an organ to someone who needs it. And so he created this kindness scale, and he speaks about it. He's spoken about it at Harvard. He's spoken about it at the American Heart Association. He speaks about it in many places. And he exemplifies the caliber of authors who are speakers in the Two Sisters virtual speakers agency. My message is that he also exemplifies my message about relating to each other on spirit. If you watch book talks, you'll see in the interview, he travels a lot for his job, and he walked into the Delta Sky Club, and he was about to have breakfast, and he said, "Hello, good morning," to a gentleman who was eating breakfast. In that moment, he dropped to the floor with another cardiac arrest. The gentleman that he had just spoken with, just to greet him, "Hello, how are you?" performed CPR and saved his life. Herman is Black, the man is white. Beautiful. It didn't matter what color they were. They related on a level of kindness and friendliness, and he saved his life. It's a beautiful, beautiful testament that when we relate to each other on a level of heart to heart, spirit to spirit, person to person, human to human, that is the secret to life and love. It's very beautiful. Of course, we need to continue to work on the structural changes that are required to guarantee equality and justice for everybody, no matter what you look like. But at the core of everything is peace, love, and harmony. Tomorrow, Wednesday, I talk about spirituality here on the channel. And I'm going to be talking about how meditation has been the secret to finding inner peace, because we can't cultivate peace in the world until we create peace within ourselves. There's a saying that says, hurt people hurt people. If someone is hurting, they have traumas that are unresolved. Sometimes they inflict those same traumas on other people. Therefore, healed people heal people. Meditation is a powerful tool for healing whatever traumas a person might have within. They could even be traumas from childhood or things you don't even remember. But when we meditate and we go within and we find that inner peace, then we can project that peace outward to other people. And that's why I became certified to teach meditation as an intuitive practitioner with Lori Lipton at Sacred Balance Healing Arts Academy in Bloomfield Hills. I love teaching meditation, guiding meditation, because it enables you to go within, to cleanse your energy, to heal, find that peace so that you can be beacon of peace in the world. And that's what we need right now. No matter what's going on in the world, we all have the power to make a positive difference with our thoughts, with our prayers, with our visualizations, with our writing, with our journaling. And I want to help you do some of these practices that can help you have a more powerful influence in a positive way on the world. So please join me tomorrow evening when I go live here on the Two Sisters Writing and Channel, Two Sisters Writing and Publishing channel to talk about spirituality and how it can help you heal your mind, body, and spirit and empower you to be a change agent in the world. I hope that you are doing something on this election night to engage in self-care, do something to pamper yourself, do something that relaxes you, do something that makes you feel positive and upbeat. And thank you for watching. I hope that you can stay tuned for more programming here on the Two Sisters Writing and Publishing channel, because we're all about providing content that can help you live a better life through books, through reading, through speaking, through events, through interviews. We are very grateful that you're here tonight, and I wish you an absolutely relaxing and harmonious evening. I hope I've said something tonight that can help you, and please join me for future messages here on the channel. I hope to see you tomorrow evening at 7 o'clock Eastern Time live, where I'll be talking about the power of meditation to cultivate inner peace and then be a change agent for peace in the world. I'm Elizabeth Ann Atkins. Thank you so much for watching.